Hello lovely Year 5, I hope you're all okay. I hope you're still managing to stay motivated with your maths work. I've been really encouraged to hear about the great stuff that you've been achieving so far, and I'd urge you to keep it up. You've got one more week before the half-term break, and I'm here today to tell you a little bit about your week 6 work in maths. Now I want to start with my top tip for the week, and this is about how you use the answers. Because you'll have seen that every day I give you the answers to the tasks, and I want you to think about how we would use those in class. So obviously in the first instance they tell us whether our answers are correct or incorrect, but then really importantly to look at those and think, if I've got something incorrect, do I understand why? Is it just a careless error? Is it a misconception? Is it that I don't understand the method? And am I able to correct it myself? So much as we would do in class with our red pens, I'd really encourage you to look carefully at anything that's wrong and make sure that you understand why and see if you can correct it yourself. And the other way that you can use the answers is to help you with some of those trickier problems. And I'm thinking particularly of the reasoning problems or the challenge questions. Because if you read one and you think, I'm not sure where to start with that, sometimes looking at the answer can help you, because you can look at the question and the answer and see if you can use that to work out the how, work out the method that you would need to use to solve that problem. And as I often say in class, I'm much more concerned about the how than I am about the final answer. It's much more important that you understand how to solve a problem. So don't forget that the answers are there to help you. So yes, use them to assess whether you've got it right or wrong. Look carefully at any corrections, but also if you're stuck on something, then sometimes using the answers can help you to find a way into solving it. Now this week's work follows on very closely from last week. So last week you were thinking about perimeter, which is obviously the distance around the outside of a flat shape. And this week you're thinking about area, and area is the amount of space that a flat shape takes up. So it's looking at the space inside a flat shape. And you would need to find the area in some real life situations. For example, you can see on the screen, if you were buying new carpet for your living room, then you would need to know the area covered by your living room floor so that you know how much carpet to buy. If you're going to paint a wall, then you would need to know the area of that wall so you know how much paint to buy. So you're going to be thinking this week about the area of some particular shapes. And it's worth remembering, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, that when we're talking about area, we use squared units. So you've got centimetres squared and metres squared, and we write it with the little 2, as you can see on the screen. And it's really important when you're working out problems this week that you always give a unit for your answer and that it's a correct unit of area. So your week is going to look a little bit like this. You're going to start with your arithmetic as always. Then on Tuesday you're going to be thinking about the area of rectangles. Now last year you would have thought about calculating area by counting squares. This is all about calculating, so calculating the area of rectangles. And then on Wednesday you're going to use that to help you calculate the area of compound shapes, of shapes which are made up of different rectangles. On Thursday you're going to apply that learning by solving some word problems, and some of these are multi-step problems, so read them carefully and make sure you've carried out each step. And then on Friday, just to kind of finish off this 2-week unit, you've got some general area and perimeter problems just to sum up the learning that you've been doing and to see if there are any areas where you think you're going to need some more help when we're back in school. So give it your best shot as always, and I'm going to end with my normal message, which is have a great week. And this time I'm also wishing you a lovely half-term break, and I will see you again at the beginning of term 4. Goodbye.